Hello, my name is Jadyn Coates of the Anchor Baptist Homeschool Association, and today I will be performing a dramatic monologue titled, May All of the World See, written from the viewpoint of Mary. I just love walking down memory lane and thinking of all the time I had with my son Jesus before he ascended into heaven. I think of the night he was born. Although we had some difficulty, it was a night of great joy. When we arrived in Bethlehem and they told us that there was no vacancy at all, we didn't know what to do. We were so embarrassed that the very Son of God wouldn't even be born in a proper bed. We knew it was almost time and we didn't really want to have our baby in the middle of the street. So we asked the owner of the inn if they had a stable or a shed. We just needed somewhere private to have our baby. He told us that they did have a stable out back, but that the animals had made a mess and they hadn't had time to clean it up yet. A few hours later, I was holding the very Lamb of God. It was amazing. There are so many details about what happened in the days to come after his birth. There were the shepherds who came to see him and the wise men who brought him some very costly gifts. After all that, I would have to say that my most cherished memory is the moment I got to hold him in my arms. He was perfect in every way. The years flew by. It felt like he was a child for just a brief amount of time. His ministry was just beginning, and every day more people heard of him, and more people so strongly desired to see him perform a miracle. They didn't know what would soon happen to the one that they praised in those short moments. They hadn't the slightest notion of the horror that even some of them might wish for him to go through. The day had come. They arrested my son and brought him before Pilate. I remember hearing the people as they cried, "Crucify him!" over and over and over again. Jesus had done nothing wrong, and certainly he did not deserve this. We knew that it was coming and that it must come to pass, but what a terrible sight. No mother wants to see her son being crucified on a wooden cross. No mother wants to see the sin of all the world laid on their own son's back, and certainly no mother wants to see her son given the death sentence in all of humanity's stead. There I was, standing at his feet as the sinless, pure, and holy blood ran down his greatly injured body and fell to the sand. What a humbling sight. I knew why the Father was doing this. I knew that he was doing it to redeem my sins, to forgive me as well as others. I couldn't stand the thought that even I, his very own mother, could be a part of the reason that he endured this unspeakable crucifixion. We're all human, and we all sin, and we all fall short of the glory of God. The things I witnessed them do to him angered me so. They spit at him, called him names, and even gambled for his garments as a way to mock him. And when they questioned why he didn't save himself, they didn't realize that this must be done to save them. Jesus was my son. I saw firsthand the things that he did for thousands of people. He very well could have called a host of angels to destroy everything that hurt him. He could have started over without a second thought, but he never once expressed the desire to restart or destroy the world. He loves the world. He doesn't want to see any soul perish without accepting him. I think of the joyous day I heard, "He's alive." I was so happy. Those soldiers didn't defeat him. They couldn't have, no matter how hard they tried. He is now in heaven, his home. I await the day that I may finally see his face and be with him for all of eternity. I long for the day I enter the kingdom of which he preached with such passion, the moment I walk through those pearly white gates and enter glory. Oh Lord, I pray that all the world may see what Jesus has done for them. I pray that they see that today is the day of salvation and that they all may enter heaven if they only believe in my Son and accept the glorious gift he gave them. May all the world see the gift that Jesus has provided them with.
Amen.